How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now it's not Friday again, it's still in the week, but instead of me usually doing my tech news videos on Fridays, I decided I want to try out and see if I can do them almost once a day, because usually if I do them on Friday, I have to put everything from the entire week into one single video, and there's just so many other topics I want to cover in the videos, and I just don't have the time for that because I don't want to make the videos like an hour long. So instead of me just skipping over a bunch of topics that I really want to talk about, I decided instead of doing that, I will make them each and every day. So we'll see how that actually goes. This is just me going to try it out for a while, see how it works, if I actually am able to do that. But I really want to try it out and see if I will be able to do these every day and hopefully inform you guys of all of the tech news that happen in not the previous week, in the previous day. So this is just another tech news video, daily tech news video. So with all of that, let's get into the tech news right after this. Do you live in South Africa and want to get the best deals on all the latest gaming products? Well, Rebeltech is the best place to check out. They have a huge variety of peripherals, PC components, laptops, and just everything else you would need. So go check out rebeltech.co.za to get the products you are looking for at a low price. Now then, as for our first topic, earlier this week AMD did showcase a new GPU range on their website. Now currently, of course, we do have the normal RX 500 range, which is desktops and all of that, but now it looks like AMD is also bringing out the RX 500X GPU, so a lot of X's in the name, but it is apparently a refresh of the Polaris architecture. Now currently it does look like the new RX 500X GPUs are going to be for desktop and for laptop mobile devices, but it might turn out that it is only going to be for mobile devices because of it actually falling under the laptop category in their website, which kind of suspects it to actually just being for mobile devices. Now also when you click on one of these GPUs, it says that the GPU specifications and features may vary by OEM configuration. So currently, if you look at the specs between the RX 500 normal range and the new RX 500X range, all of the specs across all of the GPUs are exactly the same. So there's no really higher clock speeds or more memory, anything like that. Everything is still the same, which is just kind of a bit weird. We don't really have enough information to really say anything as of yet. I think they're just putting it out there that that it looks like it's a new GPU and everything. So then later on they can add the official specs when the OEMs had their time with it. But now what leads me to believe that it's again going to be more mobile devices is that we do already have an Acer laptop that has one of these new RX 560X GPUs built in alongside a 2400G APU. We saw a benchmark on a 3D Mark's Skydiver where it showcased the specs of this GPU as well, and this only difference between the RX 560X and with again something like the RX 560M, which is the current mobile version for the 560, is that there's about 73 megahertz difference between the two, but overall everything else is again the same. So there's not really a lot of difference going on between even the mobile device, the mobile version of the current RX 560 and then the new RX 560X. So I don't really know what's going on that much, but hopefully throughout the week we will get some more information, and then I will just let you guys know what is actually going on, because nothing really makes sense at the moment. So yeah. And then as for the next topic, it looks like Intel is working on bringing out an Arctis Sound discrete GPU that is able to play games. Back at the end of 2017, Raja Kodari, the Radeon technology boss, left AMD to go work for Intel, and recently he has said that they are entering the market with a bang with this new Arctis Sound discrete GPU. Now, it's still some time away before we actually will get benchmarks or anything like that for this new Intel discrete GPU, but it is quite interesting to see that they are getting into the discrete GPU market, and it's probably not going to compete against a thing like an Nvidia, like a 1080 Ti or anything like that, but potentially some entry level gaming. It would be interesting to see what Intel could come up with and how it would actually affect all of the AMD and the Nvidia markets. And then as for the next topic, we already do know that Ryzen 2000 is just around the corner, coming out on the 19th of April, which is using the Zen Plus architecture. But it looks like AMD is already working on the Zen 5 architecture for their future GPUs. Now, it's interesting to see that they're already working on the Zen 5 architecture when the Zen 2 is not even out yet. So we should potentially, if we follow AMD's roadmap, that Zen 5 will be coming out just after Zen 3, which is, they're skipping Zen 4 entirely because that's an unlucky number in the Chinese culture. So Zen 5 will be coming around 2021 if that is to everything to follow. But at the moment, we don't really know yet, and it's still a long way to go, so we don't really care that much. We just want Ryzen 2000 to be really good, and then also hoping Zen 2 will perform just as well as Ryzen 1 did compared to the previous generations. Moving on to the next topic. If you guys remember, a while back we talked about Xiaomi bringing out a new gaming smartphone, which is going to take on Razer with their current gaming smartphone, which is the Blackshark. Now, currently, there's not really too much information to go on. We know that it is going to run a Snapdragon 845 chip. It's going to have 6 or 8 gigs of memory, and then is also potentially going to have an under-the-display fingerprint reader like the Mi 7. But now we've gotten some new leaked images about the new Blackshark that's coming out. It does look very gamery, as you guys can see, and it does also look like it has a gamepad connected to the top of the cover. No word yet on if it is actually a gamepad or what it is. Hopefully it is something like that you can remove, because otherwise it would just look way too stupid if it actually is that big. And then also from the images we can see that it will have a dual camera setup that hopefully is good, and you can get some nice quality pictures out of that. But no word yet on if the new Blackshark will have a 120Hz refresh rate monitor like the Razer gaming smartphone. But if it's meant to take on the Razer phone, then it should have one, or potentially even higher than that. Not sure if there is or displays higher than that at the moment for that size, but no word yet on any other specs. And then next up, just some quick topics we can quickly run over. Looks like Sapphire is bringing out an RX Vega Nano range of GPUs. Not sure how many people will go for this, because Vega isn't really performing that well for gaming, but if you want to build a mini workstation workhorse, then the RX Vega might be that for you. And then next up, Microsoft is bringing out a new update that will enable FreeSync on their Xbox One consoles. Now, currently it is running in a beta with some testers testing it out to see how it is performing. But of course, you will need to have a FreeSync monitor to be able to run that. And then next up, Nvidia is only going to bring out 64-bit versions of their Game Ready drivers by 2019. So if you do have a 32-bit system, then it's time to upgrade really. Also, Nvidia is ending driver support for some of their older generation GPUs, anything below their GTX 500 series. And then lastly, 3 Korean companies were fined a total of $1 million over an unfair loot box practice. This is after a puzzle piece needed for an event was available in loot boxes, but the chance to actually get one was only 0.5%, whereas one player actually spent over $430 trying to obtain this loot box item. Just a quick mention for that last article, it's really stupid that somebody would pay $430 just for a single in-game item. That's completely a waste. And then also it's nice to see that they are cracking down on some of these in-game purchases, which is just totally stupid if they put something like this with a 0.5% chance of actually getting it. Then good that they are actually finding these guys so much, and hopefully it will happen more in more games, because a lot of times these loot box systems is just way unfair and it shouldn't really be running like that. I at least want to know a chance of actually me getting an item. If it's like a skin on CSGO, I at least want to know if this is just a 0.001% of actually getting that knife skin or something like that. But now that's pretty much it for today's tech news. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, comment like always. Also, let me know down in the comments if you guys are like that. I'm potentially going to bring this out every day now, covering over all of the topics and hopefully just informing you guys of more and more stuff going on in the tech world. But now with all of that, I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will definitely check you guys tomorrow. Cheers, guys.